hello. I think I did an hour, so it stopped. I've only got 160 hours left until it's the longest. How did someone do a live stream if it cuts you off every hour? Eh? Answer me that. Or maybe it doesn't, that was just my phone. But it cut me off. I don't know, I just said, I think it was an hour of live streaming, so it stopped me. But I don't want to stop, because this is like way better than... It's like I'm talking to so many people all at the same time. It's very nice after being alone for so long. Favourite thing to do on set? Probably act. That was a dicky way of saying it, but it's just two things really, acting and sitting around. And sitting around ain't that great. So, yeah, acting. Come to Brazil? I shall. Do you put pressure on yourself to be productive under quarantine? Yeah. I think so. I think it's good to stay active and do something. And also, I'm really undisciplined. Really undisciplined. So, having something to do, like drawing or whatever it is that you're doing, waking up and just doing it. And doing it like you're in the army, and just being like, I'm going to do this all day. I think it's a good way to stop yourself from I had a couple of days where I just slept for all day, and then you wake up feeling worse. So I think it's better to just keep your mind focused. Also, my hot water is broken, so I'm just taking freezing cold showers, which definitely helps with the sort of military element to my drawing practice. So I wake up freezing cold shower and then start drawing. It's like being in the army for painters or artists. How often do I do live streams? About once a year, or once every 6 months. But I really like doing it. It's a nice way to talk to everybody all at once. I like this more than I do just posting shit on Instagram. I like being able to talk a bit and get a response and answer your questions. It's like you're here, almost. Has quarantine cancelled any projects you were on? Yeah, well, this one thing that I was going to do, and then these two convention things that I was going to do, they're both postponed, but they will happen by the end of the year. You can boil water and mix it with cold water in the bathtub, Jackie. Thank you, but it takes so long. And I feel a bit like a Victorian boy, carrying steaming things of water to my bath. Also, it just seems really wasteful somehow, even though it's the same as just running a bath, I guess. But when you're boiling a kettle and you have to boil 50 kettles, it just makes baths seem like the most luxurious thing ever. Yes, LMSR is the convention. Sorry, I should have known that, but I long may she reign. Long may she reign. Do you have a TikTok? I don't. I doubt that I will. Making tiny short form entertaining content is probably not my strong suit. I just like to fucking talk for 5 hours on my phone to you. I'd rather just do a long, rambling talk. Is better. Don't make one, says lol Becky. I won't, Becky. I swear on my life that I will not make a TikTok account, if that's what you were talking about. Or if you were talking about making a bath, but that doesn't make sense, does it? No, you were talking about TikTok. I also, when I do a live stream, I've watched a bit of this back when I last did one, and the scrolling bit, I go completely dead-eyed, like a zombie. You see what you look like when you're scrolling through your phone, and you think you're just looking at stuff, but you go yeah, is it? And then you start talking and then back to that. It's really scary. This is how we spend our lives, just zombified looking into a screen. I'm going to try and look more animated as I look through these things. Huh. Oh, Hello from Wisconsin. Hello, Teresa. Yeah, Teresa. Hello, Wisconsin. Hello, Cara and Jesse and Patricia and Maria and Dantas. Do I like Japanese food? Yeah, I love Japanese food. Love Japanese food. I was watching Ugly Delicious, and had some stuff on Japanese food. And it looked really good. Really, really, really good. And if you want another good documentary to watch, Jiro Dreams of Sushi is so good. That's about this 90-year-old sushi chef who has a Michelin star restaurant in a subway in Tokyo, and just the precision and effort and dedication that goes into every single piece of sushi that he makes. Literally, I watched it on a plane. Literally made me cry. But there's aeroplanes and aeroplane alcohol and aeroplane in the sky makes people about movies, and then you watch a film about sushi and you're like so I don't know if I'd cry if I watched it at ground level, but in the sky I was like, this sushi man, oh my god. Say hi to me. I've been here for too long. I've been here for an hour doing nothing. Julie. Hey Julie. Everyone's on here doing nothing though, including me. We're all doing nothing together. Am I ticklish? That seems to come up a lot. Yeah, under my arms. And yeah. Try and tickle my feet, I'll kick you in the head. You should watch The Edge of Democracy. It's a Brazilian documentary that was an Oscar nominee. Yes, I shall watch that. That sounds good. Sounds depressing. I find it more and more finding it difficult to watch those kind of hard-hitting documentaries where it's everything you thought about this thing is a lie and it's all terrible actually. The more I see things like that, the more I just want to watch documentaries about sushi. What am I reading at the minute? I'm reading the book that I held up. It's gone. Oh, there it is. This book, Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead, and then The Confederacy of Dunces, or A Confederacy of Dunces by, I can't remember what the name of the writer is, but that writer killed himself 11 years before his book came out, and then it won the Pulitzer Prize. So what tragic irony. Not irony, just tragedy. But the book's really, really, really funny. Maybe that's the ironic bit. What kind of books do you love? Do you love fantastic books? Yeah, I love fantastic books. They're my favourite kind of books. I love books that are fantastic. Every time I read fiction, I'm like, fuck off, this didn't happen. I want some non-fiction. And then when I read non-fiction, I'm like, you're fucking boring. Too long. And that's just I go in between those two things of loving it for a minute and then being like, but this didn't happen. I need to know real stuff. And then reading the stuff and being like, this is too much information. I just want a story. I just go back and forth between those two things. What's for dinner? You cooking or doing takeout? I'm just cooking all the time now. I'm gonna eat what's left of my bean tagine. The bean tagine is what I'm eating. I ordered a pizza the other day and then I just thought this is probably not a good idea to eat this food with my hands out of this box that came from out there where the virus is out there. I was like, is that just paranoid? So I ate the pizza and I'm fine. So, there's no moral to this story. Just eat pizza if you want to, I suppose. Did you read The Song of Ice and Fire? Yeah, I read... Is that what the whole book series is called? Or is that the first book in the series of A Game of Thrones? I should know this. Yeah. I read the first one of the books. and it was great. But yeah, it's as far as I got. Advice for writers. I would also love great advice for writing. I'm not a writer, but I try and write stuff, and just got to do it every day. You've got to set the time and write it in your diary and say, today is a writing day, and then do it, and turn your phone off and just do it. Even when you hate yourself, just do it anyway. That's my advice. I think it's great how you just act like an average person. I think instead of putting on a show, so backhanded compliment, thank you. I don't know how to put a show on, and I find like Instagram life really weird when people are like, I mean, everybody's doing it. If you put something on Instagram, in a way, you are editing your life to only show another bit of it, but still try and be a bit normal on it. I see these like I don't know about your Instagram suggestions, but mine has gone for a real like journey over the years. When I started Instagram, all I got was videos saying, when it says in the bit like the Explorer, it's like, you might like this. Mine was like videos of people on yachts and like really expensive holidays, like doing jet ski tricks and like going down slides off like mega yachts and getting onto private jets. I was like, wow, what did I do that would suggest that this is what I want? And then it's like morphed into like it was like ski videos and like extreme sports, and then it's like videos of people like hand carving things, like Chinese carpenters carving these like amazing Chinese sculptures of dragons. That was kind of cool. And then it was like Korean ASMR videos of like girls eating honey really close next to a microphone and like cutting sponges with knives, hot knives. I'm like, what have I done to suggest that I want to watch these videos? And then like underneath the videos it would say like, what are your three B words for 2019? Mine are beauty and you know, what has this got to do with cutting up sponges with a hot knife? And now it's videos of people playing really heavy metal on guitar, just like in their house, and pictures of Timothy Chalamet. So, you know, like, what the fuck does that mean? I mean, I like Timothy Chalamet, but like, I'm also an aspiring actor, so like, stop showing me pictures of him on Instagram. I know, he's so good looking. Yeah, it's great. Also just like footage of Vikings, but I guess it was in something that was a bit like Vikings, so that's why it shows me like just, I've watched so many videos of like the Vikings cast goofing around. I don't know why. Why have I done this? Why have I done this? Why have I wasted so much time watching these fucking... I should just stop going on the explore bit, because it's like a time sink. I can lose like 4 days just watching. Like, you've seen the video of that dog getting its hair cut in a salon, and it's like dancing like this to the song. That is like peak Instagram for me, is the video, and it's like, there's like a Japanese pop song playing in the background, and every time the scissors snip, it's like... It's peak Instagram. That's why I should have just... When I saw that video, I should have just thrown my phone out the window and blinded my eyes, and then been like, I've seen the thing that I need to see, and that's it. No more vision for me. Best theatre piece I ever saw was called Jerusalem, and it's by Jez Butterworth, and it had Mark Rylance in it, and I've probably talked about it before, but it's just the best thing ever made, probably. Incredible. I don't know how it reads on the page without the act performance, because Mark Rylance, best actor, Jez Butterworth, amazing writer, play together, unbelievable. But yeah, if you just read the script of that, Jerusalem, it's mwah. Do you like Mexican food, says Angela? Yeah, I love Mexican food. If I could just eat tacos and drink margaritas all the time, that would be me happy. I love that stuff. I went to Mexico last year, and it was primo. I hope you can't hear my mouth sounds. I feel like this coffee is really making me vocal here. Gross. I don't want you to hear like an ASMR video, like eating honeycomb too close to the mic and like long nails tapping along, cutting a hot sponge up. Who was making these videos? I have a question for you. Who's putting all the stuff on the internet? Who's putting all the stuff on the internet? Do you know people who put YouTube videos on the internet? I've never met anybody who does it. Someone is putting everything on the internet. It's like a public service, I suppose. Everything, anything you could ever think of is there. Do I like Hungarian food? I've eaten a lot of it in Budapest, and yeah, I like it, but not the fruit stuff that you do. You do some weird stuff with the fruits, like peach soup. Not for me. Aren't you putting stuff on the internet now? Yes, this is Josephine. I am putting stuff on the internet. Well done, yes, that's true. I take it back. I don't even know. Someone saying, please say hi to, I don't even know how to say that place. Abkhazia. Is that right? Hello, Abkhazia. Or am I saying that really wrong? Sorry. Greetings from Poland. This book's from Poland. I'm trying to say her name as well, but I think I fucked it up. Can you tell me if I'm saying this right? Olga Tokarczuk. Tokarczuk, sorry. Olga Tokarczuk. Is that right? I listened to Budapest by George Ezra. I have. It was on the radio for like so long. Everyone listened to it, and there was no choice. Do I watch old comedy shows like Only Fools and Horses and Fawlty Towers? Yeah, I love Fawlty Towers, but I don't really watch them anymore. I really like Peter Cook and Dudley Moore. That's some old comedy, and Monty Python is still the best of all time. Same questions. Hello, South Korea. Dahi, I hope it's all going well. Tell me how it is in South Korea. What's going on there? Are you under quarantine? Can you leave the house? What's happening? Do you watch any reality shows? No, I do not. Oh no, that's not true. I've seen quite a lot of Katie Price's My Real Crazy Life, I think it's called. I watched all of that in one day, in one big long strange day. She's actually pretty cool. Her documentary's good, but no, generally they make me feel bad in my soul, so I don't. Sunrise, a dog person. For the record, in the question, the other option was cat person. By the way, since the world seems like it's ending, you were one of the people on my bucket list to meet, and I'm currently in England. Miss J, can we meet? Well, yeah, if we cross paths, I suppose, but probably unlikely at the minute. But when it's all over, I'll walk around, you walk around, and see if we can meet. Hey, Desiree. Skincare, though. Skincare too. What are you saying about skincare? Desiree. That's my friend from New York. If you could watch one movie to watch during the whole quarantine, which would you choose? I guess it's the movie that you could watch over and over and over again, which would be The Big Lebowski, I think, for me. I love that movie. We want to know... Oh, Desiree wants to know how I get my glow. By the sun. Just, it's good lighting in the room. There's no secret. Drink the blood of the innocents. Drink the blood of your enemies. In order to get that inner glow, drink the blood of your enemies. Sorry, thine enemies. Where are you? I'm not telling you where I am. I'm in London. You have such a baby face. Thanks. I don't know what to do. It's all the blood of the innocents and the enemies that I've been drinking. I can't get older. Favorite person? What have you cooked in quarantine? I cooked a ramen. Cooked mushroom ramen. So many elements to do in your kitchen. Too many elements. You need a proper kitchen, big professional kitchen. Otherwise, it's just like messing around too much. This is great content, just me staring into my phone and scrolling through your comments. How are those foxes? Are they still making babies? Yeah, that was at my parents' house, my mum's house, and yeah, I guess those foxes are. For those of you who don't know, I did a live stream and some foxes had sex in the background of the video, and fox sex is the most hideous, nightmarish sound. It's the worst sound imaginable. I think there's something about them having barbed penises, and it's just hell for everyone involved. The foxes don't like it. The people don't like listening to it. Everyone hates it. And yeah, I'm sure they are. They do it all the time. They can't stop doing it. There's foxes everywhere. Foxes are taking over London. There's a really good podcast about foxes where some Russian scientist tried to domesticate foxes, and so he had this fox farm, and he just any fox that was looked like it had any qualities that approachable towards humans and cuteness, he'd take those ones and he'd breed those ones, and he'd shoot the other ones. And it didn't take him that long to make these totally docile domesticated foxes with floppy ears that pissed themselves with happiness every time they saw human being. So I don't know what he was trying to prove, that you could domesticate animals very quickly. Yeah, I don't know why I said that. He made these floppy-eared, pissy little foxes who were "Meow," every time they saw a human being. That's weird, says Harry. Yeah, it is weird. Fucking weird. That is the content I'm here for, says Desiree. Yeah, that's what content I'm bringing. You've got no option. This is the only content that you're going to get here. It's content about podcasts that I sort of remember from 2 years ago that I heard, that I'm trying to remember live on air, trying to explain about the pissy foxes. That's all you're getting. No proper information. You're not going to learn anything. I'm just going to tell you about something I sort of remember from a while ago that I might have dreamt, I might not have dreamt. Please say my name. My name is Maria Eugenia. Eugenia. I said it. There we go. Solidarity with you, Maria. Say my name. Why do people want their name shouted? Out of interest. I want to know. What is it? What is it about that people want that done? Why do people be say my name? And not in a context when you're I don't know, threatening. I don't know why you would want someone to shout your name. In some sort of revenge film, in the climax they'd be say my name, and then the other person would be Chris, and then you shoot them. Oh no. Rainbow says, my sister has coronavirus and I live with her. I hope you're okay. Are you quarantining in different parts of the house, or are you just like gonna get it? It takes me a while to like ask the question, see the question, and ask it, and then get a response. Do you still want to know what's in a dolphin's head? When did I say that? Did I want to know what's in a dolphin's head? I said that, did I? I said I want to know what's in a dolphin's head at some point. Well, yes, I do. I do want to know what's in a dolphin's head. I presume dolphin brains. Don't the dolphin... Here we go. Don't dolphins have more creases in their brains than us, which means that they're more intelligent? There's something that I've sort of maybe pulled out of the thin air. Is that true? Can someone find out whether dolphins have more creases in their brains than humans, which would mean that they're more intelligent? If I'm right, that would be great. In which case, I know what's in dolphins' heads, and I no longer need to know. Oh yeah, Beyonce said, say my name, say my name. That was sort of in a sexual context, I presume. That's the one time. But like, apart from that, obviously, when you want to be like, it sounded more aggressive when someone was like, just say my fucking name. Lol Becky says, I feel like that's true. This is the age for just feeling it's true, so it is. So we're going to say it is. This is the century for just being like, I feel like that's probably true. And then living your whole life like it is. They're not, they're not, unfortunately. Are we talking about dolphins? Alyssa Gibbons, they're not. Are we talking? Oh, wow, that's good information. IPEC Akafova says, I know that dolphins name their babies. Is that true? Oh my God. That's amazing. Are they all called like... Oh, I can't do a good dolphin impression, but you know what I mean. Tell the story of the man that drank his own urine. Is that like a famous fable? I'm like, dear, sit down. I mean, like, once upon a time, there was a man who drank his own piss. The social part of their brain is more developed. Don't panic. I'm getting all the dolphin facts all in one go. Dolphins are the best. That's a fact. They speak dolphin language. What's going on? Would you like a pet chameleon? My grandfather used to have a pet chameleon. He kept it in the shower. And that's the end of that story. You should read about the dolphin experiment with Margaret Lovett. I know about this. It's the best thing ever. This I do know. The woman in the 60s lived with a dolphin. She lived with a dolphin in a semi-submerged apartment with water up to the waist, and she lived in the dry bit of the apartment, and the dolphin lived with her. The dolphin was called like Peter or Simon, and she tried to teach the dolphin English. And that's true. There's a golden age of like Harvard experiments when they were like, let's get a dolphin and a woman, let's let them live together. Maybe they should take LSD. And then I think the dolphin and the woman ended up trying to have sex. And that was the end of the experiment. They were like, you can't live together anymore. It's gotten too intense in here. That's what happens. If you put a dolphin and a woman in isolation together in the 60s in a social experiment, they end up falling in love with each other. Have you seen the program about dolphin-assisted births? What do you mean? Do you mean the people want to have their births assisted by having a dolphin there, or us assisting the dolphins giving birth? They don't seem like they would need assistance because all the other animals seem like they pretty much got it down. But you mean people need a dolphin around to assist with their own birth? What? Oh my God, I'm getting so much information about dolphins all in one go. What do you think about a dolphin human baby would look like? What do you think a dolphin human baby would look like? Depends which part. If their genetics are totally merged, it might be too smooth. I mean, babies are pretty smooth anyway. They're known for being smooth. Hence the expression, smooth as a baby's bottom, I think. So I guess it would be ultra smooth. They would be too smooth. You wouldn't even be able to hold them. They'd be so smooth. They'd just slip out and then they'd just swim off into the sea. They'd slip out of your arms immediately, off into the ocean. That's what I think. Is this such a quarantine conversation? Yeah, it is. This is all I got. Switch back to tea, please. Do you mean because my coffee intake is making me talk crazy? I'm a little worried for you, Amelia. Don't be worried. It's only words. It's only silly words. Do you have whiskey in your coffee? No, it's just me sober. Oh no, that dolphin in the 60s did commit suicide in the end. Oh, no. What? Why? Because it was forced into a relationship with a woman that he didn't want. Oh no. Can we find out how that dolphin did that? Because that sounds... How do dolphins commit suicide? I missed the beginning. What happens with the dolphin? You don't want to know. Bro, who cares? It's just a dolphin. What kind of comment is that? Who cares? I don't know, me. It's weird that a woman lived with a dolphin and then the dolphin commits suicide. It's pretty weird as things go. It's not just like, yeah, who cares? If you hear that and you think, yeah, who cares? I think you need to pay attention more. I bet if someone ran up to you in the street and was like, a woman lived with a dolphin and then the dolphin committed suicide, you'd be like, what? And not just be like, whatever. Yeah, tell me something I don't know. You know. Yeah, who doesn't care? Exactly, Lady Valois. Who doesn't care? I guess the dolphin would just stop eating. Well, this conversation, maybe we should get out of this trying to predict how dolphins die. Do you like going to the mountains /why not? Yeah, I do. I went and I spent some time there by myself, not eating any food. Just in the mountains by myself. So if you think this is weird, that was really weird. If you could have witnessed what I was doing, I would just like talk to myself, but like after having not said anything for like an hour. So I might just be like, so that's what happened to the dolphin after like an hour of silence. And, you know, if you'd seen it, me by myself with a stick in the mountains, just being like, oh, you better believe it. You'd think I was... Yeah, that sounds sketchy, says Sirox. Yeah, it was. Any hallucinations? Not really, but there was a bit where... like when not... Well, I was about to say, there was a bit where it went dark. Like, yeah, it's called The Night. And there was a bit where some horses came near where I was, some wild horses, and then when night happened, the sounds that they were making started, like everything just became menacing. So there was like some beautiful horses near my camp, and the sun was coming like sunset, casting all this amazing golden light over them, and they were eating this like out of a field, and there was a foal and a mother, and it was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then as soon as night happened, it was like their sounds went from being like really nice to just being like and it just sounded like they were crashing towards my camp and trying to eat me. So that was as close as I got to hallucinating. It was just like everything beautiful, nighttime, goblins, everything is a goblin, it's goblins everywhere, just goblins and snakes. I got attacked by wild horses in the mountains, says Julgalia. Yeah. I bet it was fucking scary. They're majestic beasts, but they are beasts when they get up close and it's nighttime and you're alone and all you've got is a tent. I found that my defense mechanism when they were coming was just to stand there going, So, you know, great under pressure. I have a genuine fear of horses, says Madison. Yeah. I've done a lot of work with horses on TV shows because everything I do is set in the past, and it's a weird relationship that you have with them because they are way stronger than you, and the only thing that's stopping them from doing what they want is this like training that they've been given. But when I get on them, I can't quite commit to the training. And I just know that they're stronger than me. And so there's a weird kind of like, oh, fucking hell. You know, like they could just go. What do you do to combat anxiety? What do I do? I was going to say meditation, but I don't really do that regularly enough for it to work, to help me. Exercise is like number one for me. If I go and do some like really intense HIIT training or something really physical, then I just feel much better. Writing, just stream of consciousness writing, and talking to somebody is usually pretty good for dispelling the pressure of the build up of anxiety, because anxiety tends to feel like just steam inside you, and if you can find a way to release that. Wim Hof, the Iceman, his breathing technique is pretty good. I would recommend that a lot, but it's difficult to know what to do because anxiety happens for so many different reasons, and it seems like we all have it. That's a massive overstatement, but I think it's a pretty base human experience, fundamental human experience. So I don't know. You got to find something that works for you. I went to see a therapist, and that definitely helped. Talking to somebody who you don't have a relationship with, like friends or family, it's good. How long should I do this for before it becomes like ridiculous? And exactly, someone just said, "What time is it now?" I mean, like exactly. How long have I been talking? Like 2 hours. This is quarantine time, where time just goes. So maybe I'll come back and do it. I'll do 5 more minutes, and then I'll come back another day. Why don't you all go read this book? And then we can talk about it. What can we do together? I'll tell you to do something and then we can all do it. A book is good. You read this book. Read this book. Is it backwards on your screens? Drive your plough over the bones of the dead. Or draw vegetables and then send them to me. And I will criticise them thoroughly. I won't. I would love to be able to read books on here, but you can't read any books because of copyright. And you'll get sued unless you read an old book. So I could read along a Bible, read the whole Bible on Instagram Live. Probably wouldn't be the first person to do that. Let's all draw vegetables. Yeah, draw your favourite vegetable. Send it to me. This is how content starts on the internet now. Anyone can do anything. So I'll just be like, in like 6 months we could be the most popular vegetable drawing collective on Instagram. We could call it Let Us Pray. Can you read stuff in the public domain? Probably. Could read public domain stuff. This girl don't draw, says Critical. This girl don't draw. Who knows? Maybe you do. Maybe you can. You've got to start somewhere. Oh God, what's going on? You've got to start somewhere. 1984. I don't think I can read that book. But it would be, I think this is like the time for conspiracy theorists, so we're all going into 1984, man. Wash your hands. Thank you. They are clean. Super clean. I could do a Q&A, like an Instagram wash along, where we all wash our hands together for 161 hours of straight hand washing. How old are you? I'm 28, despite all the signs that I suggest by what I'm talking about. Read the entirety of Les Mis. No. I want to know about you, Hayley, who works in a hospital. Can you tell me about, quickly before I'll go, but you tell me, Hayley, you tell me about what it's like working in your hospital. What's the poster in the back? I don't know. It's on my wall, but I don't know what it is. I found it online and I got it. It is a picture of the jungle. And a man trying to shoot this heron-like bird. And I hope he fucking dies. The man in the jungle. Why shoot herons? Why shoot herons? Why go into the jungle to shoot the heron? That's my riddle for the day. I'll leave you with that. Why shoot herons? What are some things you can recommend we do during quarantine to keep us from not going insane? To keep us from going insane, I think you mean. Or from not going insane. If you want to not go from not going insane. Wait, what? From not going insane. Oh wait, yeah, you're totally right. From going, yeah. Well, I can't tell you because I can't string sentences together anymore, and I'm talking absolute bollocks. So I'm not definitely not helpful. Wait, from not going. Never mind. Yes, we want to go insane. Yes. Well, I can help. I'll talk absolute garbage. And if you listen close enough, it'll make you a worse person. Okay. That was probably 5 more minutes. Anyway, we tried to do the best we can, but it's hopeless and devastating work. Kavita. To you I say, well done, amazing on all your amazing work, Kavita. I think that's how you want it. It's difficult when you've got full names and things. Sending anybody who works in any kind of medical profession or anyone who's helping with this crisis is thank you so much. We do our clap, the NHS. Spreading love all around the world. What's the title of the book? This book. Drive your plough over the bones of the dead. This book will help you stop going insane. There's a really, really, really good bit in it about our relationship with animals that I wish I could read you, but I can't because it's illegal. But I highly recommend this. This will help you stop going insane. It's got a big heart. Compassion is what I mean. It's a beautiful book. Applause, applause, applause. All the applause emojis for everyone's amazing work. And I'll see you soon. I'm just in. You're in, I'm in. Let's do this again sometime, yeah? Lots of love to you all. And stay safe and clean. Wash your hands.